The Doctor's Widow is The Doctor's Widow. Is revenge ever truly enough? Part 1. Introduction. The nightmare has only just begun. Welcome back to the channel. If you've been following our deep dives into the dark and twisted world of Daniel Hurst, you already know his golden rule. No one is entirely innocent, and every secret eventually demands payment in blood. Today, we are opening the files on a domestic thriller that has taken the internet by storm, The Doctor's Widow. It's a story that begins where most fairy tales end, with a death. Imagine being trapped in a toxic, suffocating marriage for years, and then, suddenly, your husband is gone. You are wealthy, you are free, and you have a brand new identity. But just as you start to breathe, the phone rings. Someone knows what you did. Someone knows you aren't the grieving widow you pretend to be. Let's dive into a world of lethal traps and see if the truth can ever truly be buried. Part 2. A New Life and the Ghosts of the Past. The story centers on Fern. To the outside world, she is the tragic widow of Dr. Drew, a brilliant and highly respected physician. When Drew dies, the community pours out their sympathy for Fern. She plays the part perfectly: the black veil, the quiet tears, the brave face, the gilded freedom. But behind closed doors, Fern is far from heartbroken. Drew was a monster, a controlling, abusive man who treated her like a possession. His death is her salvation. She has inherited his fortune and finally has the chance to live the life she was denied. However, Daniel Hurst is a master of the unreliable narrator. We soon realize that the circumstances of Drew's death are complicated. Fern isn't just a victim. She is a woman with a very dark secret. The first crack. The tension ignites when a mysterious envelope arrives. Inside is a message that shatters her peace. Someone is watching her. Someone knows the details of that final night. Fern's new identity as a survivor begins to crumble as she realizes that while she buried her husband, she forgot to bury the evidence. The kitsch, the rising tension, comes from the realization that she is being hunted by someone who knows her better than she knows herself. Part 3. Psychological games and the dizzying twists. Daniel Hurst excels at building a sense of creeping paranoia. As the blackmailer closes in, the book transforms into a high-stakes game of psychological cat and mouse. The circle of suspects. Who is the threat? Is it an old mistress looking for a payday? A disgruntled patient of Drew's? Or perhaps a neighbor who saw too much through a half-closed curtain? Fern begins to suspect everyone around her. The person who brings her groceries, the lawyer handling the estate, even the people she calls friends. Every friendly smile becomes a potential mask for a predator. The moral grey zone. The most addictive part of this book is how it forces the reader to question their own ethics. We want Fern to be free because we know how much she suffered. But as she takes increasingly desperate and violent steps to cover her tracks, we start to wonder, has she become exactly like the man she killed? The signature rug pull. Just when you think you've solved the mystery, just when you've identified the blackmailer, Hurst pulls the rug out from under you. The kitsch peaks in the final third of the book, where the true identity of the antagonist is revealed. It is a revelation that recontextualizes every interaction you've seen so far, proving that in a Daniel Hurst novel, the most dangerous person is always the one you least expect. Part 4. Analysis. Why is this book so addictive? Why is The Doctor's Widow consistently at the top of the thriller charts? 1. The domestic noir appeal. It preys on a universal fear, the secrets hidden within a marriage. It takes the respectable, high-status life of a doctor's family and peels back the skin to show the rot underneath. It's a voyeuristic thrill that keeps readers turning pages late into the night. 2. The anti-hero protagonist. Fern is a fascinating character. She isn't a perfect victim. She is flawed, she is angry, and she is capable of extreme pragmatism. This moral ambiguity makes the suspense much more visceral, because you aren't sure if you should be rooting for her escape or her capture. 3. The pacing. Hurst doesn't waste a single word. Every chapter is short and punchy, ending on a hook that makes just one more chapter an impossible promise to keep. He builds the pressure like a slow cooker until the final explosion. Part 5. Conclusion. The permanence of the truth. The Doctor's Widow is a chilling reminder that you can change your name and your home, but you can never outrun your own conscience. It is a masterclass in suspense that will leave you breathless and looking over your shoulder. Thank you for joining me for this review. What do you think of Fern's actions? Is she a hero for taking her life back? Or is she a villain for the way she did it? Let's have a debate in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more deep dives into the world's most high-no, brain-melting thrillers. We have many more Daniel Hurst and Frida McFadden scripts coming your way. Until next time, stay safe, watch your back, and remember, every widow has a story. Goodbye.